There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're doing this one more time today. I know in Scotland it's 11 o'clock. So if you are in the UK or Scotland, when you are ready for a stream, leave me a comment saying I am ready for a stream or now is a good time or something like that. That way I can dial this in. I can make it so that I choose the right time for your availability, if that makes sense. Because if I'm in the right place at the right time doing the right thing, I will not miss you. I've been missing people because of the time zones. Uh-oh. There we go. There was a freeze for a minute there. Okay. Hello, Eddie. Oh, thank you. Hello. Bixver. Yes. Wow, already? Thank you for your promptness. Your promptability. On the promptability scale. So again, if you are in the UK or Scotland or I know it in I remember you. I think I remember that logo. The logo. It's pronounced logos. It means to create. It is a Greek word. There's so many Greek words that we use from time to time. A clue is a ball of string. Clitoris means little hill. Polyp means little foot. All these medical terms that are Greek. A polyp means little foot. BTW, sell me blaze. I don't do that. It's legal now in a lot of places. In a lot of places, the marijuana is legal. Or as they call it in Hawaii, pakalolo. Pakalolo, Maui Wowie. It's legal now. They used to put people in jail for having marijuana. Cheech and Chong or Tommy Chong, he got put in jail for marijuana. Now it's just, it ain't no thing. You can, what do they call it? Burner? You can be a burner. You can be a burner nowadays, and it ain't no thing. I love the sound of a good rattle. Do I look like a Blaze salesman? There we go. I got to pat my hair down. Hair and makeup. So who's going to stay with me? I have so many people that just join me for a short time. They're like cherry blossoms. I should just start calling them cherry blossoms. Cherry blossoms are only here for a little while. That's why the Yakuza have cherry blossoms tattooed on themselves. Because it represents the cherry blossom, or how they are here for a short time. Yakuza. How many times do I have to tell you, don't mess around with the Yakuza? Now go home. That was a Kill Bill reference. Yakuza is a card game. It's a sequence of numbers. I forget which numbers they are. Yakuza. Yeah. I'll have to look that up again. It was an interesting story about the Yakuza. That's the Japanese mafia. I know very little, but I find it fascinating. The cherry blossoms. A lot of Yakuza, they have lots of tattoos. They're symbolic tattoos. But I don't think I'll talk any more about that. Those who know don't speak. Those who speak don't know. That's a very calming sound. Receive your healing. Receive your healing. WSG. Every time somebody uses an acronym, they should put the meaning or just put in the actual words. I know what WTF means. I know what DTF means. Somebody hit me to that. DTF. That was a term they used in California. But you know what that might be? What's good? What's good is when we don't get tickets. When we don't get tickets, we're not pulled over on the side of the road. Some people are ticket magnets. They don't wear their seatbelt, or they don't register their car, or they don't stop at stop signs. That's what's good, stopping at a stop sign. That's right. My mom's talking on the phone. I can't help but hear. I can't help but hear. So who's with me today? Who's in this for the long haul? Right now, gotta swipe. It's 6:33 Eastern Standard Time. Oh, we got another person, Danny. Welcome, Danny. So we got Blixfer, and Danielle. Okay, Danielle. I think it's, did I say that right? These handles are hard to read sometimes. They can't just say, hi, I'm Howard or something. What the frick are you doing? I'm rambling on. That's what I do when I'm waiting for some hardcore chatters. Some people are here with me through this whole stream. Your name is Blaze. Blaze. Let's see, today's Sunday. That's right. It's probably Monday in Australia. They're like, I keep saying that. They are 10 hours ahead of us. I'm wearing my black tourmaline. Tourmaline. I like my tourmaline. It's very good for absorbing negative energy or deflecting. I think it's more deflecting negative energy. Tourmaline? You want some tourmaline? So we got people who are popping in to say hi. No real commitments. Oh, I forgot to open the happy box. I really must open the happy box. Boing! This is one of my treasures, the happy box. Oh, the happy box. I have opened the happy box to let out my servitor. I have created a servitor. It's called the Happy Servitor. She is let out. whenever I open the happy box. My happy servitor. She feeds off of happiness. She feeds off of happiness, not emptiness. Yes, my servitor. I have to think of a name for my servitor. You're a black monkey? I was able to read before it disappeared. I'm a meat popsicle. Wasn't that in Fifth Element? You ever remember Fifth Element? Somebody came to Bruce Willis's door and he said, I am a meat popsicle. Liludalis motipas. Lilud... Chicken. I think I need a Tic Tac. This jar makes me smell my own breath. I need a Tic Tac. Tic Tacs used to be only mint. Blixfer, how old are you? How old is Blixfer? I think am I saying it right? Blixfer? B-L-I-X. I'm not gay, but are you? People keep asking me that. I wonder why. Is that like a running joke? Is that some kind of a running joke that they keep playing on me? What do you look for in a man and all that? It's like, I am a heterosexual, or is it called straight? A straight male? Hey, oh, I feel bad for you because you don't that much views, so I'm gonna sub. Well, thank you, out of compassion. You are 17, so you're getting up there, aren't you? You're about to graduate, I suppose. Well, thank you for subbing. Somebody felt sorry for me and subbed. So I'll have one more sub today. Hooray! Tarara boondie, tarara boondie. Did you sub today? Tarara boondie. Tarara boondie, did you get yours today? I got mine yesterday. That's why I walk this way. In a couple of weeks you'll be 7. Oh, you're going to be 18 in a couple of weeks? I am too. Well, I'm going to be 56 years old. Next month, I will be 56 years old. I'm going to have a birthday stream so everyone can celebrate with me. I might be at my brother's house, and I could play a couple of songs maybe, if I'm allowed to do that. We'll have a birthday at my brother's house. Too bad he lives like 2.5 hours away. That's a long road trip, baby. On today's gas prices? You're going to graduate. All right. Can you feel the excitement? Can you feel the excitement building up to that time when you get to throw your hat up in the air? They hand you your diploma. I think I graduated in 1987, which was a long time ago. Dun, 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 dun. That girl, welcome. Welcome, one and all, to Eddie's Funhouse. I forgot my top hat. I'm going to go get my top hat. I'm going to get my top hat. No, I went to get my top hat. I went to get my top hat. All right. Now I'm ready. I brought my wand. The wand of happiness. The wand of joy. My magic wand. My exaggerated magic wand. And my top hat. Welcome to Eddie's Funhouse. Expect the unexpected. Who's been to my community page? When you go to my channel, click on community, and I have some videos that I've posted that I found really good. There's a good Viking song. Rise and reign. Valhalla calling me. I like that song. Valhalla calling me. That seems to be a trendy song lately. I've been singing it a lot. A lot of people like to paint their faces and sing that song. It's a good Scandinavian song. Who's with me? I see a number 3. I see 0 likes. I hope you're having fun. That's the name of the game here. Eddie's Fun House. You make me want to kiss you. Well, thank you. That's a good reaction. That's what we're here for. We're here to have happiness. You can never have too much happiness. Yes, sir. I liked and subbed. How about, well, thank you. I like the people being happy and normal. That's right. Sanity. We must make sure we maintain our sanity. Keep your head when everyone else is losing theirs. So, Smith Wesson, I like that. It reminds me of firearms. Smith Wesson. We'll get celebratory. We're going back in time. Do I look? Kara Fife songs? Napoleonic era Fife songs. Do I like them? I'll have to look that up. Fife songs or fight songs? What are fife? Fife. Is that an instrument? The fife? I know Michelle Pfeiffer. Like Spanish ladies or Chet Dupart. Chant Dupart. Fife isn't an old word. Oh, okay. It's an old word for flute. You know what? Steve Carell, I think he plays a fife. He played a flute. He was on the Tom Green show, and he was being interviewed, and Tom Green pulled out some flutes, and I think they called it a fife. I'm being educated today. Old World. I like the sound of that. Old World. Okay, it's time to take a break. I'm feeling lightheaded. Whew! All right. Calm down, calm down. We need more cowbell. We need more cowbell. I have a fever, and the only cure is cowbell. Cowbell. I like that. Cowbell. La, 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 la. Seasons don't fear the reaper, nor do the wind or the sun. Whoa. No, do the... I had pizza, and I'm tasting it again. It's called Pizza Revisited. La, 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 la. Seasons don't fear the reaper, nor do the wind or the sun and the rain. You can be like they are. Come on, baby, don't fear the reaper. I like that song. Blue Oyster Cult. Then there's also Godzilla. Oh no, they say he's got to go, 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 Godzilla. Go, go, Godzilla. Have you heard Black Blade? There's a Blue Oyster Cult song called Black Blade. It's pretty awesome. It's about a guy whose blade talks to him. Black Blade. It's been a while since I've heard that song. Who's with me? Who is this guy? Who is this guy? Brick Drago. Big Brick Drago? Welcome. Welcome to Eddie's Funhouse. A guy with a top hat and a big smile. That's all he's wearing is a top hat and a big smile. Blue Oyster Cult is awesome. I give Black Blade. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's like a spooky sounding song. Black Blade. Yeah, the Black Blade is supposed to be a possessed sword or something like that. Black Blade. What other songs do they sing? Joan Crawford has risen from the grave. Policemen are hiding behind the skirts of little girls. Their eyes have turned the color of frozen meat. I like that song. Joan Crawford has risen from the grave. Blue Oyster Cult. You see me now, a veteran of 1,000 psychic wars. I've been living on the edge so long, where the winds of limbo roar, and I'm big enough to look at and far too small to see. Wounds are all I'm made of. I'm not sure that there's anything left of me. Don't let these shakes go on. It's time we had a break from it. Boo, 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 boo. Send me to the rear. Are you a veteran of 1,000 psychic wars? You see me now, a veteran of 1,000 psychic wars. I've been living on the edge so long, where the winds of limbo roar, and I'm big enough to look at and far too small to see. Wounds are all I'm made of. I'm not sure that there's anything. That was on Heavy Metal. You ever seen? I keep thinking of Heavy Metal. Heavy Metal. Won't you take that ride on Heavy Metal? Nice, great chapu. Chapu. C-H-A-P-U. Chapu. Chapu. That sounds like a French word. Merci. Merci beaucoup. Comment allez-vous, mon frère? Je m'appelle Ed. How is my French? It sounds a bit rusty, I think. Did someone mention Blue Oyster Cult? I did. Guilty as charged. Guilty as charged. I think my servitor likes M&Ms. I just had a thought. My servitor is communicating with me. Have you ever created a servitor? I think it's pretty cool. It's like an invisible friend. My servitor lives in my happy box. That sounds pretty crazy. Yeah, Doc, my servitor lives in my happy box. I should feed him an M&M. I should feed my servitor an M&M to see what happens. It's like my little mugwai. My mugwai. The world is not ready for mugwai. The world is not yet ready for mugwai. Gizmo was a mugwai. Who remembers Gremlins? Mugwai. The world is not yet ready for mugwai. Hi, Billy. Hi, Billy. That was one of the Gremlins talking. They came out in the 80s when I was a young boy. When I was a young boy, Gremlins came out in the movie theaters. Let's see if I can play that, if I hit the right notes. Gremlins! Steven Spielberg would be proud at my flutability. I rank high on the flutability scale, if I could say that 3 times fast. The Riz. Let's amplify the Riz. Turn up the Riz. Who's with me still? I see a 0. I see a 0. An absolute 0. Laurie. Who else is with me? Smith Wesson. Where is everyone? I thought we were having a party. I am your host, Eddie, for Eddie's Funhouse. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Eddie's Funhouse. I'm your host, Eddie. It's probably midnight right now over in Scotland and the UK. I think Orb Puff might join me again. Orb Puff. I live in a trailer. Dr. Idiot. Dr. Idiot? Welcome. I live in a trailer. I live in a trailer. There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. With my income, that's all I can do. It may be substandard, but just on the block, I know a woman who lives in a sock. That was one of my favorite rhymes. Hey, I'm not repeating myself today. Earlier, somebody said I was repeating myself. People just pop in and they go away. They don't say goodbye. I'm being distracted. I'm being distracted by my wand. My wand is made of Hollywood. It's made of Hollywood. They say that Harry Potter's wand is made of Hollywood. think we need more rattle. That's so soothing. I like that sound. I like the sound of a rattle. It's a healing sound. For those who need healing today, receive your healing. Receive your healing today. Just listen to the sound of the rattle and receive your healing. I can feel it working. I feel fantastic. Hey, hey, hey. I feel fantastic. Hey, hey, hey. And the ultimate cowboy. Awesome ultimate. Hey, welcome. Welcome, welcome. I feel fantastic. Hey, hey. I'm trying to remember how that goes. I feel fantastic. Hey, hey. I feel fantastic. Hey, hey. A lot of people were creeped out by that video. Hello. The Theodore. Theodore. Welcome, welcome. Looks like some new people are coming in the door. The door to Eddie's Funhouse. Listen to the rattle and receive your healing. Listen to the rattle and receive your healing. Hello. Oh, I already read that. Hello, sir. Welcome. You have just entered Eddie's Funhouse. Where the dude abides and Eddie resides. The dude abides. I'm the dude. The dude abides. When I hear that particular rhythm, it reminds me of the heartbeat, of a heartbeat. It is trance-inducing. Okay. Thank you, Smith Wesson. It is trance-inducing. Receive your healing. Be very quiet. Feel free to enter in some texts. I love to hear from my people, my adopted children. I love to hear from my adopted children. Chibbity chim chim chiroo! Yibbity wop! That's how it went. Yibbity wop! Chip chibbity chim chim chiroo! Oh, a heart. Thank you. Mahalo. Gracias, para heart. Gracias, para heart. I'd say that in Spanish if I knew how to say heart in Spanish. Mein Heart brennt. The sun came out a little bit today. Here come Grisona, here come Grisona, sie ist ein großer Stern und sie wird sehr laut bis denn. Ein. Here come Grisona, here come Grisona, sie ist so große Stern von allen. Here come Grisona. Here comes the sun. That's what that song says. Here comes the sun. Und sie wird sehr laut bis denn. Who knows German? Let me know if I'm saying it right. Google, that's what I could do. I can Google it. Google it. All right. It is 7:07. It's probably midnight in the UK. It's probably midnight in Scotland. People are probably just waking up in Australia. I can hear the air conditioner. The air conditioner's been on for a while now. It's feeling a little cold in here. All right. Who's having fun so far? I see only one person. Ooh, 3 likes. One like. Ah, 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 ah. Two likes. Ah, 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 ah. Three likes. Ah, 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 ah. I love to count. I love to count. It used to always thunder and lightning whenever the count started counting. I love to count. He was one of my favorite puppets on Sesame Street. One of my favorite little puppets. Clapping? Is that? Oh, it's just hands. Bellissima! Ah, bellissima! I like that you use that. That's Italian. Bellissima. One like. Ah, 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 ah. Two likes. Ah, 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 ah. Do you love to count? I love to count. And Cookie Monster, he was crazy for cookies. He loved cookies. I keep talking about Sesame Street. I guess I'm missing my childhood. I am missing my childhood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Do 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 do. Boo! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They always use cartoons to educate. And they all played games at the Ladybug's picnic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and they all played games at the Ladybug's picnic. This is for all the new joiners. Listen to the rattle and receive your healing. Back pain is starting to go away. Headaches are starting to go away. My servitor is being fed. My servitor feeds on happiness. We must feed it happiness. Happiness and M&Ms. So what do we talk about today? Seems like everyone's leaving all of a sudden. I'm looking out the window. It's such a lovely day out there. The sun is setting. You can almost hear the sun setting. Dory's so good. Dory's so good. Dory's so good. Ich finde dich. Ich finde dich. I miss my CDs. I had lots of Rammstein CDs. I guess people just like to leave Eddie's Funhouse. They pop in and say hi and then they leave. They leave without saying goodbye. They never tell me where they're going either. They never... If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits? Putting on the Ritz. Putting on the Ritz. Have you seen their well-to-do up and down Park Avenue on the famous thoroughfare with their noses in the air high? Spending every dime for a wonderful time. If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits? Putting on the Ritz. That, I think, is one of the better songs of the 80s. Putting on the Ritz. Are you putting on the Ritz? White spats and lots of dollars, spending every dime for a wonderful time. If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits? Putting on the Ritz. That was in Young Frankenstein. Have you ever seen Young Frankenstein? With Gene Wilder, Marty Feldman? Peter Boyle was in that too. He was in Everybody Loves Raymond. He played Frankenstein's monster. Peter Boyle. If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits? But not the Reds! Well, how much longer should I do this? I've got 3 likes. It's been 49 minutes and 32 seconds. I guess people have things to do, people to see, places to go. Maybe if I wave my wand, people will start chatting with me. It'll be to the higher good when I have guests in Eddie's Funhouse. I say hello to my guests in Eddie's Funhouse. Welcome to Eddie's Funhouse. Be our guest, be our guest. Put our magic to the test. I am waiting for chatters. Come forward. I am Oz, the great and powerful. I am, I am the RZA of Oz. Somebody called me that. The RZA. I am the RZA. The RZA of Oz. The book is a little different from the actual movie. In the book, they had to put on sunglasses to see the Emerald City. The Emerald City? I'm enjoying your stuff. Don't wear yourself out with streaming if you're getting fatigued. Take a break. If you continue streaming, I'll keep watching. Okay, thank you for that. Yes, sometimes we try too hard. Do not try too hard. I think we could sit in silence for a while. Just be quiet. Shut up and eat your gummies. Let's be quiet. Yeah. Sometimes I value quiet. I just like gazing out the window. There are those who say love means never having to say you're sorry. There are those who say the children are our future. I think we are our children's future. We're making it harder on our children. It seems like each generation, they make it harder and harder for the children. Why is that? Why is there, I call it kinder hatred. There's a song by Till Lindemann. I think I'm saying his name right. There's a song called Ich hasse Kinder. Means I hate children. Ich hasse Kinder. I was watching that on YouTube. Ich hasse Kinder. And it's like, why do we hate our children? We don't protect them enough. We don't encourage them very much. We're trying to change their genders before they even know what gender is. A lot of people are noticing that. But you know what? We need to change that. We are our children's future. Kids are just getting used to being alive. Kids are just deciding what kind of ice cream they want to eat. You know, whether they want meatballs and spaghetti or just spaghetti. We need to go easier on the kids. More Cookie Monster. More Cookie Monster. Leave adult decisions to the adults. I like that Whitney Houston song. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride. Remind us how we used to be. I discovered long ago never to walk in anyone's shadow. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I live as I believe. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity. Because the greatest love of all, the greatest love of all, never to walk in anyone's shadow. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I lived as I believe. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity. Because the greatest love of all. I used to hear that on the radio. Facebook alert. Big deal. Friend suggestion. Okay. I suggest you make friends. Well, thank you. Even with sunglasses. I like the sunglass emoji. I am a religious man. You know what I really like? You know what I gotta have? I gotta have me my boats and hoes. Boats and hoes. Boats and hoes. I gotta have me my boats and hoes. Boats and hoes. That was Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly. Was that Step Brothers? That was one of those embarrassing songs they sang. Boats and hoes, boats and hoes. Gotta have me my boats and hoes. There were some T-shirts that had the Step Brothers on them. You love that movie? Yes, it is Step Brothers. Yeah. Did you put your balls on my drum set? No. Did you just fart in my office? It's funny watching the bloopers from those movies. Boats and hoes, boats and hoes. I gotta have me my boats and hoes. The Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria. I do you in the modern world drinking sangria. That was funny when I first saw it. Did you put your nuts on my drum set? It's funny to watch adults act like little kids. They're all jealous of each other. They were getting all upset. Oh, I'm getting tempted. I gotta stop eating gummies. I've reached my full capacity for gummies. Gummies are so good, but they kill you slowly. That's right. Those gummies will kill you slowly. They slowly replace your DNA. Gummy bears and gummy anything, it just slowly replaces your DNA. You slowly turn into a gummy. I notice, yeah, I feel a little heavier and groggy. One of these days, I hope that never happens. I hope I never turn into a gummy. They're so good, though. I think that's what it is. I need to detox. Have a gummy detoxification. I need to check into a rehab. They tried to make me go to rehab, and I won't go. I gotta stop eating gummies. That's right. My DNA is being affected by my gummy intake. You know what's also good is gum drops. Yeah. Good Lord, I think I have an addiction. I've got my Skittles. I got them like, good God. Knock it off. It's affecting my vision. All these gummies and Skittles. My teeth. My teeth need some real work done on them. Not just crowns, but bridge work. I need bridge work. Talladega Nights was a great movie too. Also, if you like gummy candy, you can buy a mold. That's right. You make your own candies. That's why you can eat a lot and not worry. That's right. You can sweeten to taste. Some people have dentures. They talk about the pros and cons of having dentures. Some people are missing a few teeth, and they have artificial teeth. Those things, they used to take teeth from dead soldiers and make dentures out of teeth. Oh, one guy, he made dentures. He made dentures out of a deer. He took a deer's teeth and made dentures. out of the deer's teeth, and then he ate the deer. That's hardcore. Did you see that on Morbid Facts? Morbid Facts. The guy was a hunter, and he made some dentures out of the deer's teeth, and then he proceeded to eat the deer with his own teeth. That's motivation. That's like a high level of rage, I think. That guy must have had some PTSD. Could you imagine that? Making making teeth out of out of a deer's teeth, making dentures out of a deer's teeth, and then proceeding to eat the deer with his own teeth. Wow, that's merciless. And then there was a guy who fought with a polar bear. He fought with the polar bear and won. And he made a coat out of the polar bear's skin. That's like Hercules or Heracles. He defeated that lion, and then he took the skin of the lion because the skin of the lion was impervious, meaning you can't stab through it, and he wore it like an arc. So he had a lion's arc on top of being the son of Zeus, and he had to fight. He went against the Hydra. He went against the stag. Hercules was a badass. He killed, I think that was one of his first duties or labors. I think the first or second labor. Heracles. He had to fight the lion. This lion was like a magical lion. If I had to fight either a lion or a polar bear, I'll take my chance with the lion. Yeah, they say if you're attacked by a lion, just give up, because you're not going to win. Another thing is the Siberian tiger. This one Russian guy, he messed with the kill of a Siberian tiger, and the tiger followed him home and tore him up, tore him into pieces. Siberian tiger. Tigers are tough. And they're smart, too. And then I think the next one down is the lion. Remember that movie with Val Kilmer, Ghost in the Darkness? I think that was it. Ghost in the Darkness. It was a story about lions. I think it was lions that had a hankering for human flesh. Some people have killed mountain lions and with their bare hands, who are a lot smaller than African lions. Yeah. Mountain lions, they'll stalk you and you don't know they're there. They're very quiet. They're predators. I've been followed by coyotes. Coyotes are kind of my friends, I think. They just chill out. I'll be walking in the woods. I was walking in a wooded area, and I see a coyote. And then I was in the park one time. I was at a park. It was called Discovery Park in California. I crossed the bridge over the river, and there were some picnic tables, and I was hanging out over there, and all of a sudden the coyote just decided to walk around. Didn't bother me. Coyote. The Navajo called them tricksters, the coyote. They always warn against coyotes. Coyote! Like the Wile E. Coyote. There we go. No more slouching. Coyotes are fascinating creatures. They usually don't mess with you unless they are extremely hungry or sick. I know, that's what you got to be careful for. A rabid coyote. Oh, thank you. Welcome back. Thank you for coming to Eddie's Funhouse. Yes. Did you see that video of a rabid raccoon? There was a raccoon with rabies that went after a girl, and her mother grabbed grabbed the raccoon, which was ballsy. You don't want to be bitten by a rabid raccoon. That's scary. Raccoons are kind of big, and this raccoon had rabies. Rabies is something you don't want to have. That'll drive you insane. Hi, it's me. Oh, hey, crazy one. The crazy one. Our Mona Lisa. So we're getting acquainted, we YouTubers. It's a small, small world. It's a world of laughter, a world of tears, a world of hope, and a world of fears. There's so much that we share that it's time we're aware. It's a small world after all. I love that song. It makes me cry sometimes. There's so much that we share that it's time we're aware. I can. From now on, I shall call you Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa, Mona Lisa. It's amazing the resemblance I saw. When I saw one of your videos, I said, look at how it was uncanny. This, the crazy one. The crazy one. I watched one of her videos and I said, that looks like Mona Lisa. You know how she's sitting like this? Anyway, welcome to the party. This is not the Donner party. This is not the pity party. This is Eddie's party. Have you seen that clown? They call him Mr. Puddles. He calls it Mr. Puddles' Pity Party. He's a singing clown, and he's really good. He's a really good singer. He was on American Idol one time. That's what that reminds me of. That's right. It's the funny party. Welcome, kids. Hey, kids. Krusty the Clown. Krusty the Clown. Welcome, Daddy's Funhouse. Celebrity voices impersonated. I feel compelled to say that. Whenever I try to sound like a cartoon character, celebrity voices impersonated. I guess that's a legal thing. There's so much that we share that it's time we're aware it's a small world after all. I don't want to plagiarize that song too much. I think we should sing that song together. Get some permission from Walt Disney or Michael Eisner. Everybody just come together, stand out in their front yard, or poke their head out their apartment building. There's so much that we share that it's time we're aware. It's a small world after all. Somebody got stuck on that ride. And that's all they heard for like hours. Let me know if I should stop singing that song. I don't want to drive anyone insane. I don't want to drive you all insane. That song is driving me to madness. Remember Niles Standish? The Crank Yankers? Hello, Niles Standish here. Hello, Niles Standish here. I need someone to wash my bottom with care and alarm. They need no skill. They need no skill. I like special ed. Yay! I'm going to Hawaii. I want to go to Hawaii. He calls his travel agent. It was all a bunch of guys. They're Jerky Boys. Remember the Jerky Boys? I think they're from New Jersey. We put the fun in Funhouse. and powwow. We put the funk in funkadelic. We put the Pam in Pampers. That sounded weird. Could you imagine if there was a baby named Pam? We're going to put the Pam in Pampers. We just got some more hot chocolate mix. I just remembered that. Hot chocolate mix. Bitch? How hot chocolate mix. We need to not skimp on that. I like the Swiss Miss. Swiss Miss instant cocoa. Yole-hee-hoo. I remember that a long time ago. They had Swiss Miss was a little stop motion puppet. Swiss Miss instant cocoa. Yole-hee-hoo. Swiss Miss. And then there's Nestle's. I think that's what my mom grabbed. She got 2 boxes of Nestle. Nestle makes the very best. You can see I'm programmed with jingles. Jingles are meant to stick in your head. Remember Charlie Sheen's character on 2.5 Men? I think he wrote jingles. Yeah, it's very psychological. Have it your way, have it your way. At Burger King. Taco Bell, it was Run for the Border. And then there was Viva Gorditas. You ever watch Reno 911? The Mexican guy? He was, he did the voice for that little Chihuahua, the Taco Bell Chihuahua. I don't think they even had a name for it. He'd say, Viva Gorditas. People got offended because gordita is fat girl in Spanish. Gorditas. Viva Gorditas. And I guess, yeah, you don't want to say fat girl in Spanish. Remember the Taco Bell Chihuahua? He had like a beret. Viva Gorditas. I'm laugh my ass off. Oh, temo at gorditas. There we go. Me gusta gorditas. Me gusta gorditas. I had the little Chihuahua. I remember that. If you squeeze it, it would say Viva Gorditas. You don't want to upset people by calling people gorditas. You love the meeting? Yeah. It was a... I know who I am. I'm the dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. What was that, Tropic Thunder? Robert Downey Jr.'s character? I know who I am. I'm the dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. Robert Downey Jr. then became Iron Man. I am Iron Man. I love that song. Has he lost his mind? Can he see or is he blind? Can he walk at all? Or if he moves, will he fall? Nobody wants him. They just turn their heads. He was... No, can... 1, 2, 3, heave and stand. He was turned to steel in a great magnetic field. Now when he traveled time for the future of mankind. That was when I was first introduced to metal. When I was a young Christian boy, when I was a young crystal boy, I was told to avoid heavy metal. Tropic Thunder was a great movie. I love. Oh, and Glorious Bastards. Yeah. Brad Pitt was in that one. Yeah. They carved they carved a swastika on that guy's head. Inglorious Bastards. He called them Nazis. We're going to hunt down them Nazis. Christopher Lee. I heard about Christopher Lee. He fought in the Second World War. He was a badass. He collected patches from special forces groups. Christopher Lee. I have a song of his that's on, when you click on community on my channel, you'll see the knight in shining armor. Hell yeah, Christopher Lee was a badass. He played Count Dooku and Saruman. I think it's pronounced Saruman. He was in Lord of the Rings. That's a pretty good song. I like it. What song was that? To dream the impossible dream. To fight the unfightable foe. That song gives me courage. I like that. To dream the impossible dream. I wish I could play songs on this show. I wonder if I could do that. I won't get like, what do they call those? Copyright infringements? That time period produced the greatest men. Yes. It was called the Greatest Generation. And then there was the baby boomers. Everybody who grew up with the Munsters and Leave It to Beaver, the Addams Family, Gilligan's Island. Here on Gilligan's Isle. No fog, no light, no motor cars, not a single luxury. Like Robinson Crusoe, as primitive as can be. Can you play songs? Can you play songs, but you... Oh, you can play songs, but you have to take the stream down after it ends. Okay. I guess that... So after the stream, you have to take the stream down after it ends. So you can't just have it in your archives. Then they can't go back for old time's sake. I think sometimes you can mention the artist, as long as you mention the artist. That's why I don't chance it. I don't want to get tied up in some kind of legal dispute. I could never buy my way out of that. Just let me die and pay taxes and be done with it. Or let me pay taxes and then die. They want you to do it in that order. You're supposed to pay taxes and then die. Because otherwise it defeats the purpose. We're part of a club. There's a big club and you're not in it. I think it's something with ads and copyright or something, I'm not sure. But people play music on live. Yeah. Maybe you are allowed. I got to get a lawyer. Everyone needs to lawyer up nowadays. That's always been a thing. If you're in the entertainment industry, you got to get your lawyers. That's how you make sure you get your cut. You give your 10% to your agent. 10% of what you make goes to your agent. And then there's the lawyers. And then there's your backup dancers. And your backup singers. A lot goes into making up a concert. I'm going to do an intermission. I'll call this an intermission. I need to go, not give too much information. I'll be right back. You can all, do the same thing. Give it time to relax. When it's time to relax. It's just like being, it's just like having guests in your house. I noticed that. They have more holidays in the UK and Australia. They have more time off. Here in the US, people suffer from burnout too much. What's crazy is that we work our entire youth away, prioritizing everything else but fun. And then we get to retirement age and are supposed to have fun, but our best years are spent working. It should be in reverse. I think at 40, they should tell you stop working when you reach 40. They say life begins at 40. Or 40 is the new 30, some shit like that. But it's like, yes, it's true. Here in America, it's all about work. It's like you either work or you're homeless, or sometimes you work and you're homeless, which really sucks. It's the little guy. And that's what gets the votes. If anybody says they're there for the little guy, they get all the votes and then they screw over the little guy because it's basically they got what they wanted. There should be accountability. Hey, you said you were going to fight for the little guy, and I'm the little guy. I'm working a job or two jobs and I'm living in a car. Living in a car in Walmart, in the Walmart parking lot, and I'm working. Oh well. I get upset about things like that. The injustices. We must stand against injustice. Shake our fist at Parliament. Yeah. Wasn't Barack Obama trying to do that too? Barack Obama was trying to do the debt student loan forgiveness. And it's like these people they're trying to better themselves and they get taken advantage of in the worst possible way. A lot of people who spent all that money on college, they're not doing what they went to college to train for, to prepare themselves for. There's a job you get stuck with, and here you spend thousands of dollars trying to get a degree. You achieve your degree, and then you wind up just putting stuff on shelves, mopping floors. It's not right. There's something's not right. And it's like this apathy and lack of personal responsibility. I could go on and on about that. They wonder why suicide is is a trend now. It's like, I don't know, something's seriously wrong. I think the Aussies say that about us. They say we we work to live. You live to work. You Americans, you live to work. You know, we just work to live. They probably have more fun. I think India is one of the happier places on earth. India and Sweden, other places like that. It's like we're so focused on just making it. Sometimes both family members have to work. Mom and dad have to work. And then the byproduct is the latchkey kids. Australians are uh, for sure are more happy on average. Yeah, they probably don't have hypertension. They probably don't have anxiety. One of their slogans is "No worries." No worries. It's like we should learn from the Aussies. You know, stop working so hard. I think it's because the dollar is going down. The dollar is like on top of taxes. So the dollar is worth less, and you're paying taxes, and you're paying high gas prices. You're paying high insurance premiums. It's like, no wonder people want to kill themselves. It sucks the hope right out of you. It's like, okay, there's your car insurance. Car insurance goes up no matter how careful you are on the roads. You can go year after year with no accidents. You go year after year without thankfully not having to go to the doctor. And when you do go to the doctor, there's the co-payments and the medication, the prescription. You got to cough up all this money. It's crazy. It's like, hope to God you never go to the doctor or to the hospital. And it's just kind of like, wow, man, give a guy a break. They're saying they're making us take vacations. I don't see that happening. People used to cash out their vacations, and then they go and take a vacation, and then they find out it sets them back a few dollars, a few $100 to go to Disneyland or to go to Six Flags. I know. It's like, okay, you get into an accident, you break your arm, you break your leg, or you break your arm and leg, then you're not able to work. Hopefully you got Aflac. Aflac is supposed to help you. I guess that's an insurance supplement. It's like, you're better off dead. If you really look at it, if you want to be a realist, you're better off dead. If you get into an accident, just you get into an accident and you survive and you miss all that work. Now you're an injured man who's now homeless. They come and take your house because you can't keep up on the payments. What's crazy is on top of your mortgage, you have property tax. On top of your mortgage and property tax, you have homeowners insurance. It's like, oh my God, how does anybody make it? And then you've got your car insurance, your health insurance. And then I think Medicaid, if you're on Medicaid, they take your house when you're dead. I know. And then it's like, okay, insurance policy? You take out an insurance policy? My dad took out an insurance policy before he passed away, and he hadn't paid into it enough. We would have been screwed if my mom and dad were still married. My mom would have been screwed because you have to not only when you get an insurance policy, you have to pay into it for a couple of years. I think for a couple of months or a couple of years, you have to pay into that. And he was smart enough to get the insurance policy, but he hadn't paid into it enough before he died. And it's like, what a screw over. That's a horrible screw over. It's like you take out an insurance policy and you pay into it, but you die before you've paid into it, and you're screwed. You just gave away money. It's highway robbery. It's like, my God. So anyway, it's enough to make your head explode. Who was that? Glenn Beck? Glenn Beck, he used to always talk about putting duct tape on his head. I'm going to wrap my head in duct tape so my head doesn't explode. I don't know. We got to go easier on each other. It seems like the more powerful people get, the less they care. The more money and clout, the more they're voted into office. The longer they stay in office, the less they care about everyone. And it's crazy. It's a miracle we're all alive. It's a miracle that we can eat our nachos and our hamburgers, you know. Yeah, hope to God. Forget the lottery. Just pray for your health. That's the lottery. Just win the health lottery. If you can go through life and not have one health issue, and on top of that, even if you don't go to the hospital, you're still paying your health, your monthly health premium. Even if you don't get sick, you're just giving money away. It should be based on credit, I think. You don't pay anything. You don't pay nothing unless you get sick, you know. But then that kind of cancels it out. It kind of cancels. You know what? This is supposed to be Eddie's Funhouse. I know it seems like you can't deny the BS that goes on. You can't deny all the injustice. It makes one very unhappy. I think that's what it is. It's like energy flows where attention goes. I think that's what it is. You just have to suspend disbelief. You have to go into your personal la la land where everything's fine. Just keep saying everything's fine. Everything's fine. You ever seen Eraserhead? There's a black and white movie called Eraserhead. The girl in the movie sings, "In heaven, everything is fine. In heaven, everything is fine." You just have to keep telling yourself that. And sometimes it's just laughable. That's what my brother, when he was going through cancer, he just started laughing, you know, and, and myself, you know, you just start laughing, you know, because this is a crazy ass world. It's a crazy, unreasonable world that we live in, and it's like, you know, premiums on top of what insurance won't cover. That's a nightmare. You're trying to pay your house. You're trying to keep your house paid up. You're trying to keep your insurance paid up and your property taxes paid up. And then you get health issues. And then your insurance doesn't cover things. And then they put a lien on your house. You're better off just digging a hole. Digging a hole and lining it with plastic. Trying to keep warm. Live in your own little bird nest. Just start collecting rubbish and making a nest somewhere. I bet you the cops would leave you alone if you built yourself a nest. This is my nest. I identify as a bird. You can't collect taxes from a bird or a cat. Start shitting in a box. I am a cat. I identify as a meow meow. What is that? My pronouns are meow meow. I shit in a box, and you have to clean it. Anyway. There we go. That's right. It's like that in Canada, you know. They're giving people the option of, hey, you can end your life. And it's like, and I can't say I blame them. The people with disabilities are the ones that are worse screwed. The people with disabilities, you know, it's like, I'd rather die than be homeless. It's like, when it gets minus 32 degrees, minus 0 degrees Celsius outside, it's like, I'd rather be dead than be homeless. It's like, wow. Start plugging in that IV. I'm done. I'm done. Life isn't worth living anymore. Yeah. Oh my God. We've taken a horrible turn. We need to switch rails. We need to turn on, we need to buy a ticket to La La Land. Let's create our own La La Land. Where everything is fine. With trees and flowers and chirping birds. They're coming to take me away. Ha ha, hee hee, ho ho. More narcos? Yeah. They're coming to remember when you ran away and I got on my knees and begged you not to leave because I'd go berserk? Well, you left me anyhow. I used to tune into Dr. Demento many years ago. I remember that. I'd be up at like 10 o'clock at night listening to Dr. Demento. Dr. Demento, Dr. Demento, Dr. Demento, yeah. He'd play the Fish Heads song. Fish heads, roly-poly fish heads, eat them up young. Ask a fish head anything you want to. They won't answer, they can't talk. That's right. Dr. Demento is my ticket to a better night's sleep. That's what we need to do. Just start making fun of things. It's time to check out. Check out of the Hotel California. You can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. There's plenty of room at the Hotel California. Such a lovely place. Such a lovely face. We're living it up at the Hotel California. But this is Eddie's Funhouse, where you see distorted images. Distorted images at Eddie's Funhouse. What could we talk about? We could talk about helping old ladies across the street. That used to be a thing. There's like that Rockwell image of a Boy Scout helping an old lady across the street, or emptying out her garbage, or checking her mail, where life was much simpler. There was hardly any crime back in the 50s. Now people are breaking into cars. There's just so many, the crime is getting worse and worse. I think we're going to turn into the Old West. The gun is the law. That's how we maintain the law. You pull out your 6-shooter, your sidearm. We carry around our sidearm. That's happening here in Georgia. When I came to Georgia, they actually took away, they used to have a permit to conceal and carry. Now you can conceal and carry. It don't matter. I see people walking around with pistols on their hips. That's a good way to make people mellow the hell out. When you see a pistol on someone's hip, mellow the hell out. I guess I have to watch my language. I get 11-year-olds. I get like 10 and 11-year-olds subscribing and watching my streams. I guess that says a lot about me, I'm family friendly. I can be tolerated. I can shake, rattle, and roll. I hope I'm not boring anybody. I want to keep up the tempo. Let's keep up the tempo. I know. Yeah. Just watch Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil's still going strong, I think. Jerry Springer passed away. Larry King passed away. Who was that guy? Alex Jones. You ever watch Alex Jones? He used to come on the Coast to Coast AM. He would talk about these secret societies. The Bohemian Grove, Skull and Bones and all that. The people who run everything, they're all run by secret societies. Or we are. It's a club that we're not in, according to George Carlin. to people who make the real decisions. The only decisions we have are paper or plastic. Small, medium, or large. You can drink your poison small, medium, or large. Hi, Crystal Alvarez. Good day. I love Alex Jones and Coast to Coast. Yeah, a lot of stuff Alex Jones says is yeah, if you really listen, he actually has footage. Another guy was Jesse Ventura. He had a show, Governor Jesse Ventura. He had a show. Hello, Crystal. G'day, g'day. You have cancer. How old are you, Crystal? How? What kind? Anyways, I will pray. Yeah, we can pray together. We'll ask. Well, whatever Crystal wants us to know, we can. You're going to die. Okay. Well, just if you need us, we're here. Sorry to hear that, but yeah, like I said, if you need me, I'm here. I forgot how old Crystal was. Crystal, did you just find this out? You probably did. Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of bad news lately, but we do have absent from the body, present with the Lord. We have that to look forward to. Absent from the body, present with the Lord. How are you doing, Crystal? If you accept Jesus as your Savior and recognize that He died on the cross for your sins, you will have everlasting life. It all begins with faith. He is the author and finisher of our faith. So hopefully you'll get the support you need. You can always come here to Eddie's Fun House, and we'll help cheer you up. It's pretty damn scary, I know that. My brother went through cancer. Oh, it's just a prank. I'm not dying. I don't have cancer. You shouldn't play jokes like that. You will join heaven, Crystal. Wow, Crystal, that's a very funny prank. That kind of reminds me of Andy Kaufman. Andy Kaufman joked about having cancer, and then he died of cancer. So anyway, please don't play jokes like that. There's somebody I just heard about, her husband committed suicide. Or committed just a block down from where I live. Well, thank you, Crystal, for joining us. You're probably a youngster also, Crystal. I think you're like 11 years old, 10 or 11 years old. It's good to have you among us. We can all check up on each other, check on each other's welfare, do a welfare check. We will be here to support you. It's good to hear that you don't have cancer. So Looney is 15, okay, with a smiley face. Did you just turn 15 or have you been 15? I'm going to be 56 years old. I'm recently trying to strengthen my faith. Good on ya. Faith is our shield. I'm going to carry you guys to care about me. I'm going to cry. You guys do care about me. Yes, we do. You're part of the family. I guess I can call you an adopted child. You're an adopted loony. That's impressive. Being Being 15, I'm recently trying to strengthen my faith. Yes, I agree. Because faith is our shield. Faith is what defines our reality. If you have faith, there's a lot of things that can be accomplished. By grace through faith, you are saved. That's something to remember. By grace, it's not that it's not by works that men should boast. That's what the Bible says. It's not by works that men should boast. We are saved by grace through faith. Yeah, we are saved by grace through faith, not by works that men should boast. I remember stuff like that all the way from Sunday school and youth group. Who here is part of a youth group? Yeah, I've noticed that a lot of atheists are coming around. They're having experiences. See, an atheist is somebody who hasn't found God yet. It seems to me. A lot of people who are atheists, they have like a near-death experience, and then they change their mind. That's right. Faith really, they say, the Bible says, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And that's what we need to do is renew our mind. We no longer think like we used to. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And keep having faith. And then you start watching your reality change. Once your faith is increased, you start to see changes in your life. Wow, there's a reason we're all here. I think the Lord is assembling us. The Lord is calling together his people. The Lord is calling together. They call this a reconciliation. In nomine Patris Solus Spiritus Sancte. In nomine Patris Solus Spiritus Sancte. Faith, hope, and love. Abide in faith, hope, and love. That is good. And keep hearing when Jesus talks to you. And it's nice that we have that turnaround because Jesus says, "My sheep know my voice, and a stranger they will not follow. My sheep know my voice, and a stranger they will not follow." So you're halfway there because you know his voice. He is the good shepherd. He stays with the sheep, or he stays with the flock. And that's what we need is a good shepherd. A good shepherd will stay with the flock. I grew up Christian. I see a lot of people becoming Christians or returning to Christianity. So that's one thing we're all witnessing, I guess. That's what we can do. We can have this as a time we can come together. And that's how it begins. That's how it begins for a lot of people. They start finding more Christians. They start finding strength and solace and an oasis. Because then the Holy Spirit starts guiding people. The Holy Spirit starts doing the work. All we have to do is follow along, follow the lead. We're all being called out of the darkness. Through many dangers, toils, and snares, we have already come. That's how the song goes. Yeah, you're testing things. Test the spirits. That's what we have to do. Use our discernment. That way we don't get deceived. Yeah, people who have no name for God. Gnosticism is a pretty interesting concept. They talk about the demiurge. Yeah, Gnosticism. You should study Gnosticism. It's a pretty interesting concept. Also, Enochian or Enoch. Enoch became Metatron. The Bible talks very, very briefly about Enoch. But then if you look at the book of Enoch, you can learn quite a bit. Enoch was like one of Adam's children, I think. What was another one? Anyways, there's a lot about Enoch nowadays. Yeah, and it's like that's when light shines, we become aware of things. Darkness keeps things hidden. A lot of things are hidden in darkness, but when the light comes on, we start to become aware of things. There are some similarities, but I think the Spirit, no man comes unto the Father unless the Spirit draws them. That's another biblical scripture. No man comes unto the Father unless the Spirit draws them. So the Spirit is probably drawing you. Because a lot of times people they study a lot of different religions, but the Spirit draws them to a certain faith. So maybe Looney isn't so loony after all. We can be crazy like a fox. Have you heard that expression? Crazy like a fox? It's 8:21. Well, I'm glad to have met you all. This is probably the first, maybe the second time you've joined. I hope this was a good experience here at Eddie's Fun House. I hope Crystal is doing okay. So, I guess we can... Well, good. Now you know where to come. If you need love, you can actually feel the love. And that was what Crystal was saying. It made her cry that we cared about her. I think that was a test when she said she had cancer and that she was dying. She wanted to see our reaction. And she got a surprise. Yes. That's what I told my pastor today. We need a doubtectomy. We must have a doubtectomy. Have our doubt removed. I think the more we see, is seeing believing or is believing seeing? That's what people argue sometimes. Is seeing believing or is believing seeing? Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So maybe believing is seeing. I like it that way. Believing is seeing. Well, I think I can close the curtain. Thank you all for joining me. It's been an honor. Thanks, Smith. Have a great day. We'll all keep in touch. We will close the curtain now.